Hey everybody, I am so excited. This is the first time we are launching a brand new show. Well, not a brand new show, but a show that's been out for a while, hosted by really a legendary broadcaster. He's covered every form of motorsports. He's broadcast for most of the major networks. A racer himself. I get to be his co-host. I'm honored to be his co-host. I'm happy to introduce the one and only Kurt Hansen. Kurt, how are you, sir?
I am fantastic. This is kind of the relaunch of Race Central Unplugged, which you can see on YouTube, my Facebook, and then it'll also be at racecentral.live, which is my website after the show. It may even be streaming there live right now. I don't know. I'm not a techie guy, but I have to say something kind of funny. I have so many things I want to say, but let me start this way. If Roger's happy with his Fox deal, he should be that MMA guy or WWE or whatever the hell his name is, Dana whatever.
Dana White.
Yeah, because he got $7.7 billion this morning for his media deal, and now allegedly ESPN is going to get some pieces of that deal with not the ticket but Red Zone, or maybe it's not Red Zone, it's a ticket. This is the problem. I'm trying to make an example here. This is the problem. And John Orievitz, who's just on your show, hit it perfectly. Everything is so fragmented and changes so much that the poor viewer. I mean, I was at one of my favorite little bars up the street, and I bring like 10 people and we finally got the IndyCar race on. Thank you, Live Golf, which I do like, by the way. Yeah. But some markets didn't even get that. They got preempted completely for Chicago Bears, Dolphins preseason football. So I mean, it's
unfortunate too, because here you have Alex Plow winning his fourth championship. By anybody's standard, he's establishing an incredible career. We had the great mix-up with, I call it a mix-up, with Christian Rez, who said, I know you have a strong opinion about that, and Connor Daly.
We're going to talk about that, my friend.
That race should have been watched by a minimum 1.5 million people.
736, I think, is the number.
But you don't even get near to it. And I think, I can't.
Let me go to the videotape.
I just came off of
734, excuse me.
734. A horribly anemic number for that race. And we had on John Orievitz, who wrote the book, The Split, which was the outline of the timeline of the horribly painful IndyCar split between 1996 and 2007. And this is what Kurt's talking about. I mean, the series is so devalued at this point. You can get billions of dollars for a couple of guys beating up at themselves on a cage or something, and you can't get 1 million people watching one of the best IndyCar races of the year and a championship run.
It's, I want to say it was that year that John Orievitz and I had dinner with the great Gordon Kirby. You talk about two legends. Gordon Kirby, John Orievitz, and I had dinner at the legendary 555. Is like to say, and I've been there every year since they opened. If you went to Long Beach and you didn't go to 555, you really didn't go to Long Beach Grand Prix.
You didn't eat.
Kind of like going to Indy and not going to St. Elmo's.
Right.
And we're sitting there. We are discussing just this, and it's here's a very sad thing. So Justin Wilson and I were as close as
really
two guys. Oh yeah,
I didn't know that. Oh my gosh,
he used to live up the street from me. I knew them before the girls were born. I'd go to Justin's house and play on his sim. We had breakfast one day every week at Panera Bread, which was his favorite deal. And Justin was on the pole in Long Beach in the 01 car. And that was the McDonald's car, the former Sebastian Bourdais deal. So here's that's Kevin Harvick's PR guy calling me. Kevin Harvick will be on the show Friday on Race Central on the radio, 3 to 5. He'll be on at 4 o'clock. Stop calling me. It's either
You're
Danica
just
Patrick,
so popular, Kurt.
It's either Danica Patrick or Courtney Force all the time. It's just
they won't leave you alone.
Yeah. Now it's Leah. So And I've got some breaking news stuff we're going to get to, so we might have to do.
Okay.
But Justin was on the pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin was on the pole in Long Beach. That's also, I'm pretty sure, is the year that Danica Patrick won in Motegi.
Okay.
Because Lynn St. James and myself and a bunch of other people were at a bar downtown. Lynn was in the other room. Danica won. I ran and I said to Lynn, "Hey, guess who just won Motegi?" And she said, "No way." I said, "Yep, Danica Patrick."
First and only woman for an IndyCar win. Right?
Justin was on the pole for that race, developed a fuel leak in the car before the start, and drove the whole race sitting in a bath of petrol.
Oh, no.
Sunday night, they had a big party on the Queen Mary. And it's and I have the stuff to prove it. A tragic way for the kart series, championship auto racing teams are now known as the Champ Car World Series, now known as the Indy Racing League or the IndyCar Series. They were selling banners. John was there, Oriovitz, and Bill Stevens from ESPN was leading the auction. This once proud, incredibly, I mean, the reason I'm here is because of that series. They're raffling off Champ Car World Series banners. I paid $20 for the one in my garage right now. Raffling off all kinds of cool stuff. And I remember sitting in the lobby of the Westin, used to be the Sheraton, now it's the Westin, which is kind of, somebody needs to talk to me about my car warranty or my hair. I hate that. But
it's Danica. She wants to sell you an endurance plan.
Yeah, well, it's a Tucson phone number. So I'm sitting across from a bunch of IndyCar officials, and I purposely wore my gray Champ Car shirt that was the official series clothing because I was the announcer and blah, blah, blah. And these guys are sitting across from us, and we're talking, and they're saying very loud, as loud as you can get, "Well, they were a bunch of idiots. They knew it was coming, and I don't feel bad for those championship, those people at all, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, wow. That was the attitude that was carried over for the split. Yeah. It not only was it a series split, it's a freaking divorce.
No, it was
and nobody won. The kids lost. The fans lost. I remember watching the Indy 500 and the US 500 that year on 2 TVs because my teammate and very good friend Jimmy Vassar, after a big first lap crash, ended up winning the US 500. At the same time, my neighbor, 40 minutes up the road from me, Buddy Lazier, is winning the Indy 500 in a 2-year-old Indy car.
Yeah.
I mean, they screwed this deal up. And now if you look at the brain damage that is being posted on the internet today, I mean, if you think people were unhappy before, holy crap.
Really?
Stay away from bridges because you might get a falling IndyCar fan landing on top of you.
Give me a summary. Give us a summary, Kurt. What is the sentiment of what you're seeing on the internet about this debacle with Fox and the broadcast?
Fox is getting their ass torn. I mean, some markets didn't even get it. They either got it. When I finally got it at the bar I hang out with all my buddies, were having the NASCAR race on, and we got it about 10 laps in. And here's another tragic thing, too. There were a lot of good little border skirmishes going on around that race. But I got to tell you, they made it the Alex Palou show and the Pato Award show. And then Pato has a mechanical. But, I mean, and I love that track. I set a national qualifying lap there in Atlantics a million years ago when dirt was young. It's a great track, and it's a very technical track. They should have gone more to the in-car because – that place will work your ass off.
Yeah.
I mean, create a story where they're, and I'm sorry, I know Townsend real well. I love Hinchcliffe. I like Townsend. I had Will Buxton on my show during the pandemic when Netflix series made him. I don't know where the broadcast is going to go. There's some people out there that could do a good job. But there needs to be more about stories, and especially at Portland. The race is over.
Yeah.
Go to all those in-cars and show us really exciting. Those helmet POV cams are fantastic.
I know.
Do that. I mean, even the whole thing with Razzie and Connor, the cameras were showing one thing and the commentators. So what that tells me, because I've done that for my life,
sure,
is that the feed they're getting is different.
Right.
Then
right.
they're looking at one camera, and what's happening
What's
over
going on
here,
TV is a totally different shot. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I was going to start this.
I
was going to start this off with a Joel Osteen joke. But
okay, go ahead.
We should call it but I do like his jokes. But you have reached a point of your career. You're WM. You are
WM.
Pele. You are Pele. You are Ronaldo. You are the Babe. So you have reached that. You are the pastor of performance.
They call me the faster pastor.
I call you that.
Well, actually, Fox News came up with that, so I have to give
Fox News.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I bought Rupert Murdoch's Lotus Turbo Esprit.
Really?
When I was a Lotus dealer, yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable. But now his kid's running the thing, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, I don't know. I just are you going to tell the joke? Are you going to tell the Osteen joke? Please don't not do it because of me. Tell the Osteen joke.
The which joke?
You said you were going to tell a Joel Osteen joke, or no? Or
no,
were you just kidding? Okay.
The Ronaldo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Justin Wilson, I mean, not to bring a sad point, but I was there. My business partner and I were there at Pocono when it happened, and with Sage Karam, just nobody around him just went into the wall. We were like, "What's he doing?" And of course, that was a one in a million shot that killed Justin Wilson.
Yeah.
You could never repeat that if you couldn't try. It was impossible.
Well, allegedly the halo will fix that, and it might because the opening is so small. But he got hit right on the top of the head.
Top of it with the nose. I mean, I don't know that the halo would have stopped that. I mean, maybe.
Well, yeah, but look, maybe the airflow off the window.
Yeah,
but he got hit with Sage Karam's nose piece, which is that thing's got to, even though it's carbon fiber, it's got to weigh 20, 30 pounds.
We were there. We watched the whole thing. It must have gone 100 feet in the air.
Yeah, I know.
And then came back down right on top of Justin's helmet. It's unbelievable.
Well, and I know a lot of people that were there. As soon as they got to the car, they pulled his visor up. They knew
it was all over.
I know his family real well too. His dad. Yeah. Oh yeah, that screwed me up for a long time. I have to be.
He was candid. So popular and such a nice guy, and just it's rough.
You know what his other big thing was? He told me, because we were working on a lot of stuff with Justin, clothing line, an ambassador program. I mean, he and I we've been very good friends a long time. We had a lot going on, but he says, "Coach, I have to tell you, I own a part of a sock company." And I went, "Excuse me? Socks. I make socks." Well, that's USWAG. Yeah. That's his company.
Yeah.
USWAG, which is the official sock of FIFA. Yeah. I've got a million pair, and the official sock of the IndyCar series, which they need to put those socks over their head at this point. We can cut some holes in them, because I'm not sure they want to be freaking identified. Don't get me going.
Can you imagine now, Kurt, with the championship settled, Alex Palou, can't take anything away from the kid. What? He's won 8 races, won the championship. Can you imagine how diminished the viewership will be now for the last 2 races that the championship's over?
Don't even want to think about it.
And they're talking about, they have the nerve to talk about wanting to institute a playoff system in IndyCar.
Well,
that will kill it. That will be the death nail.
So then they can get their ass torn apart by all the people that are saying, "Oh, you're just following NASCAR and following NHRA."
Yeah.
It's like the whole hybrid thing. It's a joke.
Yeah, it really
They're
is.
just doing that because they're getting killed with all the sentiment from all the snowflakes that.
Well, it's that, and it was Honda. Honda was pushing the hybrid thing, and now Honda's going to pull out anyway. So, I don't know. Here's what I'm hoping. And John just said, he probably told you, John just wrote an article. It's going to appear in motorsport.com, and it's his take on how can we salvage IndyCar? How can we fix IndyCar at this point?
Well, I tell you, a good place to start. Call Don Cusick, because he had on the back of his car Romax Iron Works, and the Romax are really good friends of mine and have lots of. They own a scrapyard. Maybe they should call them and call the Romax and say, what's salvageable out of this, because I got to tell you, if I'm a smaller team right now, or I'm a guy looking, maybe I'm a Cusack, and I'm looking at this, I'm going, I'm spending all my own money. I'm having a hard time raising sponsorship. And Oriovich is right.
Yeah.
They put so much in the Indy 500 that, and I love the 500, but I tell you, I've been to the 500. I love going to Long Beach. And I forget the word he used, but it is the Indy 500 and everybody else. These numbers could be 500,000 or less, and that would make me. I mean, AMA Motocross beat IndyCar this week. Yeah. Xfinity beat them. Well, that's because they're at the Glenn and Connor Zilic. Oh boy, Connor Zilic.
Boy, what a tumble Connor took. Oh my gosh. But I just feel like, I think if the smart people at Penske looked at this season, looked at what happened this weekend, looked at what happened in Iowa, now they've got Fox as a partner. If they all sat down and said, okay, let's start over. Let's start from scratch. Let's just rewrite this thing, because
let's call Tony George and bring back the Tony George thing.
No, please.
I know Tony's a very nice guy.
I like Tony, but he's not the guy. I just feel like they've got to assess what they're doing wrong. This thing is dying a slow death, and with Fox on board, I mean, John, I don't think John's all that hepped up about it because of the low numbers in terms of price.
Bring in Dana White.
But you've got an opportunity here with a worldwide broadcast network. You've got an opportunity to turn this thing around, but you got to figure it out in about 6 months.
Well, yeah, or St. Pete could look like a ghost town. But Oriovich is right, but this is why at 67 years old I'm so and I live and breathe this stuff. So I'd be doing it anyway. But the point is, Indy's awesome, but I'd much rather go to Long Beach.
Yes,
because it truly
got my heart.
What's that?
Indy's got my heart.
Me too.
I've told my wife for years, honey, there's another woman in my life. It's the Indianapolis
Indy 500.
Yeah. I mean, I still, from 1982, from the first time I walked on the property to this day, if I walk on the property, I get goosebumps. My pulse accelerates. I just love the place. I love it. And that's what hurts me so much, that why can't we take the success of the 500 and export it to Milwaukee? Why can't we take the success of 500 and export it to Iowa? I mean, is Iowa even going to be back next year? I hear no. I hear it's off the schedule for next year.
Not without somebody like Hy-Vee coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk.
What do you want to talk about?
No, let's talk about. What? Here we go.
Yeah.
So and you being the faster pastor, you would know about this very well. So there's a lot of frustrated single men and women out there.
Yeah.
And sometimes they check out the other side of the plate or whatever. And on the news this morning,
yes,
there's a woman so frustrated dating. She has proposed to an AI bot, and the bot said yes. You can have that wedding in your church with a laptop.
Wow.
Or a lap dance, whatever.
I mean, that's well, I think it shows what a desperate world we're living in, Kurt. I mean, people just are desperate and will try these, crazy, totally lacking common sense things. I mean, how would you even? That's got to be a publicity stunt. I mean, no one in their right mind. Oh, okay, there it is. No one in their right mind would want a relationship with a bot.
Maybe GoDaddy will sponsor the wedding or something.
Yeah. Or Perplexity.
Let's talk a little bit of World Outlaws and Knoxville Nationals. We just wrapped up on the Knoxville Nationals. The Daytona 500 of sprint car racing, if they've called it. I call it the World Center, the epicenter of dirt track racing. Mm-hmm. Big props to first-time winner Ryan Timms.
Great job, huh? Wow.
And poor David Gravel again. I was there when Donnie Schatz won it was 11th or 12th Knoxville Nationals. There's nobody currently competing that has more wins.
No.
And I'm segueing in. I'm walking you right down a path, a dark path. But so Ryan Timms wins. Great for him. Rico Abreu, the Californian.
Yeah.
Great drive for Rico, who is having a great season in the other league.
Yeah.
The Split, which I'm going to get to that in a minute too.
But that Split's not as damaging as the IndyCar Split.
Well, it's not damaging at all.
Oh, right.
But I want to finish my point here.
Yeah.
I got to tell you how I stand from where I sit. So I thought there was somebody behind me. And David Gravel, almost in tears, as he's congratulating Tim's. I interviewed Donnie the year he won, and I want to say it's 2017, 2018, for your friends for Speed Sport.
Yeah.
And Donnie and I developed a friendship out of that, and David Gravel was second. Gravel had the lead, and a pretty big lead with like 2 to go. Mm-hmm. And Donnie kept running in the bottom. And Wayne Auger said, that he thought the winner would be somebody that could get to the bottom. And Donnie ran in the bottom all race long, and sure enough, 3 to go, he hunted down Gravel, like crazy, and instead of dicking around doing all this behind him, like a lot of guys do a big mistake, you go.
Yeah,
you don't give him a chance.
Doing that.
And Donnie won, and David Gravel, and he's won one, maybe more, I don't remember, but yeah, it was a long time.
Here's a question I have for you, because we 2 years ago we sponsored a car in the Chili Bowl, and
which car?
It was under our Spirit of Speedway theme, car 57, Daniel Whiteman, driver from California.
Oh, cool. California's a good place.
He was doing great. He was in the B main doing great, and then he flipped the car over. Car caught on fire. They pulled him out, and they stuck a microphone in his face. He said, "Look at this Hinchman fire suit. Not even a skid on it. Not even a scratch." So Hinchman loves him because he did such a great promo.
So he's John Forrest in a midget.
Yeah, exactly. But what I notice about it, and what I notice about dirt track racing all over the country, why are they able to fill stadiums? Why are the stands are fuller at dirt track races than they are IndyCar races?
Boy, dot.
I mean, again, it's a smaller venue. I get it. It's different. But why can't we scale it? Why can't we scale what happens at the Chili Bowl into – I mean, Long Beach doesn't have a problem. St. Pete's pretty good. Road America's pretty good. But why can't we do that at Iowa? Why can't we do that at Milwaukee?
Because it's Iowa.
Well, I mean, it's in the middle of Corfield. If you build it, they won't come.
Well, but when Hy-Vee got involved, they did all. But they everybody got pissed off about tickets and stuff. You have to build a reason why.
Yes.
Indy has. I mean, in sales and marketing, that's the big thing. The why. Indy is big. Why? Because it's the freaking Indy 500.
Yeah.
But I think they should get back to some traditional stuff. I mean. The race after the 500 every year was a Milwaukee Mile. I was just excited to watch the Milwaukee freaking Mile as I was Indy, because it's flat, it's scary, and you got to bring the big nutsack to go quick there. And you can ask any of them. Graham Rahal once told me that, that and Texas were the two scariest tracks he went to.
Really?
Texas was just basically, flight training.
Yeah.
Go back and look at some of the old races there.
For sure.
Anyway.
How about, I mean, part of it is too, I don't know that this matters anymore, except for people, that are older. Tradition.
Thanks.
I mean, I remember we used to start every IndyCar season, if not the first race, second race at Phoenix. And then, as you point out, Milwaukee was always after Indy.
Oh.
I mean, there were just some things that we always did. We had the Triple Crown. I asked Oreo what he thought about Triple Crown, but he says only. Oh, Kurt's leaving us.
No, I dropped my pen, and I only have one here, and I don't write with them. I take the ink out, but I play with them. That's just kind of my thing.
I asked Oreo, do you think it would matter if we brought back the Triple Crown? He said only if the other two races were events. You can't have 15,000 people at Pocono and make a big deal about it.
You remember the Triple Crown. I remember it, and I guarantee we're probably the only two watching that do.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you know what you had to do to win the Triple Crown? You had to win a Silver Crown race, an IndyCar race, and it might have been a midget race.
I think so. Well, back when
that's when
USAC was in charge. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I love it, but I'm biased because I love it. What do we have to do to bring IndyCar to the level. I mean, it'll never be the level of Formula One, but can we ever recover from the split? I mean, NASCAR had its greatest growth during the IndyCar split years. Now people are starting to fall away from NASCAR. They're losing their focus, and I think it's because you're using these artificial, segments, and you win one race, you're in the playoffs.
Well, they're trying to make it too. It's like entertainment tonight.
Yeah.
So, but I do want to mention, as we are going to air, Donnie Schatz and Tony Stewart Racing are no longer. They split about an hour ago. That's a big deal. I can tell you this.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I talked to Donnie the year after he won at Knoxville. I went out to the last race ever at I-80 in Nebraska, and then went to Lakeside in Kansas, which is a beautiful track.
Yeah.
And they spent millions on that 410 Ford engine program, and it just never really clicked. Mm-hmm. And he was so pissed off after Lakeside, this 2 years ago or so, that he was fit to be tied. And I said, well, what do you think the problem? And he goes, look, the boss man's right blankety blank in there. Go ask him. Wow. I'm like, ooh. And so they made it another couple of years, but who knows? I don't think Donnie's going to retire. I don't think that's the thing. He may have a deal already done. I know when Tyler Courtney got hurt, they plugged in, his name's escaping me, but Tyler's on the mend. I saw a video with him the other day. He got pretty tore. And Stuart Friesen. Here, let's talk about this for a minute.
That was a wicked crash.
Okay, so we got to talk NHRA, Formula One. We got NASCAR.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna make it, are we?
No, not the
Patience
first
on life support. Okay, so here's another thing, and we'll do it next week.
All right.
Way too many crashes right now.
Yeah.
Drivers are taking massive unnecessary risks, and I can tell you why. And we'll do that next week, because I know I've been there. I've been a driver. I've been a team owner. I know what happens, and we'll tell you why. Do we have a few minutes left?
Well, we do, but let's go back to something we talked about, or we just touched on, and I know you feel strongly about it. I watched the race Sunday. I saw the exchange between Connor and Christian, and a lot of people were negative on Christian, and a lot of people were upset with how that turned out. And I understand it. I get it. But, you and I talked about this off air the other day. You got people like, Dale Earnhardt, who was as rough and put you in the wall if he didn't like it, and you call him the Intimidator for a reason. Then you have in Formula One, Ayrton Senna. In the first 4 years of his career, he had more contact with more cars than any driver in Formula One history, and yet he goes down as one of the greatest. And he and Jackie Stewart had a big fight over it. And then I'll bring in AJ Foyt. AJ was never a pansy, never get out of my way. And if he slapped you across the face in the pits if he didn't like you. And those guys, people revere those people. So Christian gets a little spunky and aggressive with Connor, which again I'm not saying it's right, but why is there so much negativity now? And Oreo said the same thing. We don't have cars setting records anymore. Fans come out because they want to see speed, they want to see crashes. Say it's right, say it's wrong, but that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And otherwise you watch one guy. It's like Formula One. You watch one guy race around and lead the whole race and. Big deal. I mean, I don't know why people are getting so upset with things that other people want to see.
Well, because now we live in a world of, just people that always have to be heard, regardless how useless they are, and snowflakes and everything else. Now,
marrying bots. I mean, gosh, we're going to marry an AI.
Just think about it. The divorce will be easy, and
right. You just delete them.
She might be onto something. But here's the thing. So, okay, and I've been in that position when I was doing Atlantics. I've been in that position too when I was doing midgets, winged and non-winged. Mm-hmm. But especially in Atlantic car, because I'm going to draw the parallel as close as I can. You saw them doing a lot of this.
They were bad.
And that is basically a way of saying to the guy you're either trying to pass or the guy behind you. it's kind of, it's like swordsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not ready to kill you yet, but just want to let you know that I'm here and I'm going to jack with you. Well,
yeah.
Connor definitely got run off the road. That's easy to, but when he came back, here's what people forget. And if we go to autonomous IndyCar racing, the computers will make that decision. I'll tell you what happened. There won't be nothing.
Yeah, right.
But they're both seeing the red mist. No,
yeah.
I know it.
Yes,
I've been there.
I agree.
So when Connor came back on and made that aggressive move, Razzie said, there is a point. I hate to use logic in this scenario where the two guys have to say, and it's as hard as eating a chicken livers for me. But at some point, somebody in that situation needs to be an adult.
Yeah.
Because they both could have been killed.
It could have been worse. Yes.
Connor's lucky that happened.
It took my breath when I watched that. I was praying for Connor instantly because I thought he was hurt. That's a bad hit.
Well, and you accelerate when you get on the grass.
Yeah.
You've lost complete control, and they didn't have those double tire walls back in the days when I raced there. It was a single wall. And in Atlantic car, we're going about $140, $45. Because remember, when they're coming through the S's, there's a lot of, brake. It's so fun through there too. It's so fast and flowing. Mm-hmm. But they're on the brakes all the time. We're flat. We're just hustling the car. So our speed coming out of the backstretch is equal to that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's last I checked, it's a dangerous sport.
I mean, if Connor had rolled, if that car, he would have ended up in the paddock of the Indy Next folks. I mean, people could have got killed.
Well, and he's lucky if the angle had just been a little bit different, leaving the road. If he'd left the road more, with the nose tucked in, like turning right, he absolutely would have flipped. But he kind of went off, what they say when you leave the road, steer straight, let off the throttle in the brake or whatever. Be very gentle. Yeah, don't do anything rash.
Sharp, so
but
right.
I think he was in a big hurry to get back on track and get back at it with Rasmussen. Mm-hmm. But if he had gone off with the nose turned in to the right instead of just kind of sliding off, holy cow!
Yeah,
because he had caught a rear wheel. Fortunately, which for Portland is like amazing because every time I've raced there, it's been in the rain. The track was very dry out there and very hard. But if they had a big rain squall the day before like that, and that had been muddy,
all wet,
we might be having a whole different conversation there.
Yeah, that could have been a Greg Moore conversation.
God,
had it been different. But fortunately, everybody's okay. Nobody got hurt. I haven't seen anything about penalties being assessed for that.
It's Tuesday, but I mean, it's hard to tell. IndyCar has been so inconsistent this year with the way they've ruled on everything.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Speaking of that, let me ask you. We're almost out of time. Let me ask you one more question. So Penske gets caught with the attenuator gate.
He got caught with his attenuator down. Is that what they call that now?
Yes. So they're going to bring in an independent governing board, quasi-independent technical board. Why not just bring in USAC? Why not just kind of? Why not just rebirth that? I mean,
that's like bringing back your old ugly girlfriend that can't see or hear anymore, and she starts telling stories about when you were married 50 years ago. Oh my God!
All right, well,
call Joe Biden.
Yeah, but I mean, how can you do that if you're paying them? Penske is still paying them. If you're paying them, how can they be independent? I just feel like if you got to hire an outside board, you can't have it's no different. Whether you get,
but I mean, here's the thing: it could be outside, it could be from the other side of the world.
Yeah.
But what we don't know is what's going on under the table.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's oh God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did your football team win last weekend?
I don't even know. I wasn't following the Rams at all.
I
had such a busy weekend, Kurt.
I know you're busy, and next week, folks, we'll get big time into NHRA and NASCAR. But I thought it was very befitting because the biggest story. Well, I think that's big that Schatz and Tony Stewart are splitting. Oh, I got another one, real quick. Do I have 2 minutes?
Yeah, sure. Your show.
Also, just before we went to air, Tony Stewart, you probably heard of him. Had a 2-day test with Titan Racing, which is Erica Ender's team and stuff.
Yeah.
In a pro stock car.
Oh, really?
It went super well because there's all this speculation now that Dom's starting to grow up. And Tony said, "Look, I own all this stuff, and if Leah wants to come, I've always said that I'm just keeping the seat warm for Leah. Now that Leah, she was sick. A lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah.
And now that she's all good and Dom's growing up, and things are getting settled in, this was not just let's go, what the heck?
Right.
It was a very serious test. And Erica said he took it very serious. Everybody over there said this was not just Tony fooling around. He loves driving a fuel car, but if Leah wants to come back, it's Leah's car. But he said what he really loved he said, top fuel car, you do everything before the launch, and then when you launch, you close your eyes and hang on.
Yeah.
He said what's neat about the pro stock car
you got to drive
is you're doing a million things.
Yeah.
Before the launch, during the launch, down the track. If you miss a shift, he says, I like that much involvement than just mashing the throttle and trying to hold it straight.
Yeah.
He said, I like that. Could it be?
Huh.
Now, I'll tell you a little secret too. Kurt Busch did a pro stock race with, I think it was Titan Racing back in 17 or 16.
Really?
At the Gator Nationals. And he loved it. I have the one and only hat that is an NHRA hat autographed by Kurt Busch, Gator Nationals, something. It's around here somewhere.
And next week we're gonna auction that hat, and the proceeds are gonna go to Kurt's favorite charity.
Well, I am trying to raise money to, and I got lots of cool Furniture Row NASCAR stuff, hats, teams, car panels, Bronco autographed Super Bowl stuff. It's all gonna go.
Furniture
sold it.
We can talk about that next week with the Furniture Row. What an amazing story! They win the championship and shutter the building. I mean, it's just hard to imagine, but yeah, wow.
And watch Race Central and listen to Race Central. Watch us next week, but listen to this Friday show, 3 to 5 Mountain Time. It's Race Central, The Drive. Kevin Harvick on the program. Rick Corelli, the High Plains Drifter, who is Kevin's spotter and has been for years. Also, Kurt Busch's spotter. From Furniture Row days. Yeah. I'm full of this kind of garbage. Good. I could go all night.
Good. So now,
but listen to the show Friday.
So RaceCentral.live.
Yeah, streaming around the country and around the globe. 24/7 is what I like to say. 3 to 5 is The Drive, and Harvick and Corellia. Also, J.R. Todd. And I might be getting a star from the NASCAR world, but we'll just leave that as a tease.
And we'll give more information, too, next week about specifically exactly how they get this program on video.
I have no idea.
Well, we're gonna release all that information next week. So whoever's watching, thanks for watching. Kurt, thanks for letting me be on the show with you. I really appreciate it. I have a lot to learn. You are the Zen master, and I want to learn as much as I possibly can from you.
You are the Pele, the Ronaldo of you are genius. Thanks so much, friend. We'll see you. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Thanks, Kurt.
Yep.